Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Feeling comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Let me start your test today. So good afternoon. I'm your examiner today. My name is RB. Could you tell me your full name, please?
My full name is Nehidip Kaur.
Okay, can I see your ID, please?
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me check. Thank you. Here it is. Okay, so what magazines are popular nowadays?
Well, in this contemporary world, various types of magazines are popular in my country. If I talk about if I talk about India, then mostly sports-related magazines are popular, such as cricket. Due to cricket, we can easily find the information on the magazines that we can lose our matches and won our matches from various countries.
Okay, so what are the difference between men and women in reading magazines?
I think the major difference is that women mostly prefer to read magazines related to their fashionable things, and related to their family and household stuffs. If I talk about the men, they are mostly prefer to read the magazines related to politics and technology.
Okay, do people in the countryside generally read the same kind of magazines as people in the cities?
I think they don't, because in the countryside area, mostly people prefer to read magazines, and they always spend their time to watch TV and on their mobile phones.
Okay, and what about cities?
I think in the cities, mostly people they're crazy about reading the things on the magazines and also on the newspapers. I think they gave the most of the time to read the magazines rather than spending their time to newspaper.
Okay, and what kind of magazines do you like most?
Well, I am a very health conscious person. I mostly prefer to read the magazines related to my healthy lifestyles, such as how to maintain our body weight and how we can stay fit as a fiddle.
Okay, do you like to read the same magazine as you did in your childhood?
I think I don't know, because in my childhood time, I mostly prefer to read the magazine related to my games and related to my studies. But now I mostly prefer to read the magazines related to my healthy lifestyle, and moreover, I always give the time to my family members.
Okay, which do you like to read more, magazines or newspaper, and why?
I think I mostly preference. I always give the preference to the newspaper, because it is always available in my remote areas, and moreover, it is very cheap for me. And if I talk about the magazines, they are very expensive rather than reading the newspaper.
Okay, this is time for your cue card, and your topic for cue card is describe a short trip that you often take but you don't like. So there are some questions: where you go, how often do you go there, why you go there, and explain why you don't like this trip. Okay, so this is your topic, and this is the page you can use. Here you go. Okay, your time's up. Start, please.
Well, in my daily routine, I always go to my nearly institute for my computer classes. It is a stone throw of my house, and I always prefer to go by my own vehicles. If I talk about why I don't like this trip, there are two major principal reasons. The first and foremost is on the way there is a heap of garbages, and it creates smells, stinking, and moreover, by this it can lead to many lethal diseases such as typhoid, malaria, and moreover, I always read the newspaper, and I always seen that many people of that city are always suffering from disease, these contagious diseases. And on the top of that, another major problem is that the people are suffering from traffic jam problem due to the single lane. And if I talk about this, due to traffic jam problem, I never reached on time to my institute, so it can lose to my studies. And if I talk about how I feel about it, I always feel isolated and disappointing from this, because the government don't take too much steps to solve the traffic jam problems. And by all in all, I must say that this is my awful experience, and I will hope that this course will be completed as soon as possible, so that I don't go to this place again and again, and I don't have to face this problem, severe problem in my earlier life.
Okay, can I take it back, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me ask you some more question. So, do Indian people like to travel abroad?
Yes, I think nowadays Indian people are more crazy about to visit to foreigner places, because they want to explore the world. And I think the rich people, they think that it is very inevitable to improve our mental stimulations, and moreover it always benefit their studies and their overall performance.
Okay, how much time do you think people should spend on a trip abroad?
I think it depends on various situations. If people go to abroad to see the culture and tradition of that country, they must spend approximately 1 month. If the people go just to buy some things from that country, then they should always go to spend some 2 or 3 weeks. I think on average the 1 month is approximately enough to spend on that country.
Okay, who prefer traveling abroad, the young or the old?
I think the both are now crazy to visit to the foreigner countries, because with the passage of time the things are changing nowadays, and the youngsters are mainly prefer to go to the abroad for their education and related to their jobs. And if I talk about the old persons, then they always prefer to go for the treatment related to their surgeries and so on.
Okay, and last question for today, and that is, which is better for knowing more about a country, traveling or reading books?
I think that traveling is very important to go by reading some things. I think by visualizing the things we can easily get the knowledge about that country, rather than just reading the books and just visualizing the things narrated by any author or any person.
Okay, this is the end of your test. Thank you so much.